Welcome back down our personal nightmare. So, this is Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix. Me and Josiah, we're going in. We're looking at bad times in World Championship Wrestling. We are in the times of the powers that be, when Vince Russo was pulling the strings as the puppet master off the like you could hear his voice, but he wouldn't show his face. One thing I forgot to mention on the last episode was that the American Nightmare and the American Dreams, the American Nightmare's brother and the American Dreams' eldest son, Dustin, has promos for his new character, Seven, which began leading into Halloween Havoc. And after Halloween Havoc, I think it's the following Nitro, he does his Seven reveal, just like they do in real life, and immediately breaks character. But at this point, he's not talking about necessarily how bad Seven is. He's not talking about how bad Gold Dust was. He talks about how bad the creative is behind the scenes, because Dustin is calling out the powers that be, the people who are off camera pulling the strings. That's important because, well, I have big plans for Dustin Rhodes. Gotcha. So let's go over WCW Mayhem, which happened on 11/21 of 1999. What happened there, my good man?
So according to what happened, we have 6-man tag match Revolution, which is Asia, Dean Malenko, Barry.
I forgot Asia joined the Revolution.
Yeah, I forgot to.
I hate Vince Russo.
Yeah. They defeated the Filthy Animals, which is Eddie, Kidman, and Tori. I forgot Tori was in the Filthy Animals.
Well, she's married to Kidman. In this timeline.
Are they married?
Yeah, they're married. No. Nope.
Oh man, okay, I didn't know that.
Well, I know at some point they got married. I don't know if it's here or
later on.
Yeah.
Got it. Conan on the outside, basically Soul Survivors, Perry Saturn.
That's cool. Love Perry Saturn.
Yeah, very good. Loser must retire match. Buff Bagwell defeat Kurt Hennig. Boy. WCW World Heavyweight Title match in the middle of the effing show. I'm sorry, this is a tournament semifinals. My bad. Bret Hart defeats Sting. Chain match Vampiro with Jerry only. Who the hell is Jerry only? Okay. Yeah, he defeated. Yeah.
No idea.
All right. Well, we did our best, guys.
Oh wait, I bet you he's a member of the Misfits. Do you know anybody from the band The Misfits? Because I know there was a period of time where the Misfits, they had this gimmick where the hair was like down in the middle of their face.
Yep.
Gimmick. I know there was a period of time where
trying to look like the best Flock member impression.
I know, right? And so I know there's a period of time when they were with him, and so I bet that's who that is. Because I never knew who the Misfits band members were.
Yeah.
But I bet that's who that is, because I know Jerry only wrestling gimmick, so I bet that's a Misfit.
Probably. Okay, that makes sense. Vampiro defeated Berlin with the Wall. Maine defeats the Total Package with Elizabeth.
Way to go, Maine.
Yeah. Hey, listen, anytime Maine gets a win, I'm like, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
WCW US title match / WCW World Television title match. Scott Hall defeats Booker T in 6 minutes.
Ain't that ridiculous?
Yeah. Pretty ridiculous.
All right.
Double title match, 6 minutes. Love to see it. Speaking of a match that should have, let's see. Boy, this match shouldn't have happened, actually. David Flair defeats Kimberly. Sorry, I apologize. I'm completely wrong. David Flair and Kimberly is a no contest. That's my bad. I'm so sorry. I made you think David Flair could win a match.
How many more matches is this? Because I can't take much more.
Too many. That match went 5 minutes too long, and it was 4 minutes 55 seconds. It was an I Quit match with Goldberg and Sid Vicious, where Goldberg won by referee decision.
Now, are you glad that I electrocuted him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And WCW World Heavyweight Title match, which is the finals. It's vacant. Relinquishes the title with generous guy he is. Bret Hart defeats Chris Benoit to become the world champion.
So, thankfully, that trash is out of here, and in my world, Bret Hart has returned from tragic occurrences, and because he won War Games, he cashes in. Theoretically, he stands up and he says, "I will defeat you, Bret Hart. I, Bret Hart, will defeat you, Diamond Dallas Page, for the World
Bret
Heavyweight
Hart
title."
says, "I will defeat you, Bret Hart."
Sorry, I mean, it's been known to happen. I mean, Sid was like, "Oh, can we just cut?" He's like, "Oh, I got half the brain that you got."
half the brain.
So anyway, my point is, Bret doesn't say he's going to defeat Bret. Bret comes out and he says, "DDP, I'm going to defeat you at Mayhem," and he does. Bret Hart gets the 1, 2, 3. He gets the victory, and he gets that love from the crowd, and that almost that sympathy spot, because it's important, and I'm gonna go and keep Bill Goldberg versus Psycho Sid Vicious on the card, but it won't end by referee stoppage. It's gonna end what?
No.
It's going to end with a spear and a jackhammer, because Bill Goldberg is going to challenge Bret the Hitman Hart in the main event of Starrcade of 1999, just like he does in real life. And unfortunately, he's going to end Bret's career just like he does in real life, because I can't unbook injuries.
Right, yeah.
And before we get to Starrcade and that crap going down, let me just let everybody know that the reason I didn't give vacant the World Heavyweight title and let DDP hold it until Bret came back and won it is because on the 23rd of December, Bret, not only is Bret gone because Goldberg ended his career, Goldberg's going to end his own career for a hot minute when he punches a window and nearly ends his life. And so vacant will get the title on Christmas Eve.
So don't worry. Vacant's going to get his title reign, damn it.
Yeah, Vacant just can't.
Vacant, greatest world champion in history. He doesn't hold the title for very long, but when he gets a lot.
Gets those reigns.
He's a real flair in that regard.
Exactly. So let's talk about what happened at real Starrcade, since I've already told you what I do in Make Believe Starrcade and post Make Believe Starrcade. And in both cases, I just keep reality in check because Vacant got to get that title reign.
Gotta get that run, man. Gotta get that run. Let's see, the Mama Lukes, which is Big Vito and Johnny the Bull, with Tony Marino.
What?
Marino? I can't read.
Hold on.
No, not that.
What's remember Little Guido?
Yeah.
What's his partner's name? Tony No, Tony. He was in ECW. He was in WWE.
Yeah.
It's the same damn guy.
Oh, I know. I just can't remember.
Anyway, we all know who he is.
Yeah,
FBI.
Yeah.
Except here he's in the
Full-blooded
Mama.
Italian.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
walking here.
Yeah, walking here.
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. They defeat Disco Inferno and last the real.
Thank goodness. Do you know what Disco's gimmick is at this point?
Sucking.
Well, so I will give Vince Russo credit. He evolved Disco Inferno. He evolved him into a gambling addict. That's what got the mob up in this place.
You know what? That's probably a more accurate representation of Disco. Fair enough.
Yep. Glenn Gilberti had that gambling itch.
Yeah.
And speaking of gambling, if you would like to take a chance on Gamble Comics, I have here the Nick Crook cover, here the Jeff Hicks cover. Gamble Comics put out Everlasting Survivors, my 68-page graphic novel. Link to the store in the description.
There you go.
But yeah, gambling. That's what Disco was doing.
Big improvement for him.
Yes, better than this.
Yeah. Next up, Cruiserweight title match. Medusa becomes Cruiserweight champion, defeating Evan.
Courageous! Do you know who Evan Courageous?
Yeah, I do. I didn't know
3
it was spelled
counts.
like that.
Yep.
He came out with Spice, and the match was 3 minutes because WCW.
Yep.
Man, they only had Cruiserweight division as their only good part, and
They
they went out of their way to ruin it.
Vince Russo said, "You know that thing that's really good? Not here, not my world, buddy."
This is trying to ruin it too. Like, he's actually putting in the effort. I'm shocked.
I wish I could.
But on the upside, at least Medusa won something.
Yes.
I do like her winning things.
Yes.
Kind of a shame it wasn't the women's title, but I digress.
Yeah, we can't keep those
In
things around.
my best Taz impression, I digress. Hardcore title match. Norman Smiley defeats Ming in the most unrealistic finish to a match I've ever seen in my life. 8-man tag match, The Revolution. If you don't know who they are by now,
You haven't been watching the show.
I haven't been watching the show. Against Duggan and the Varsity Club, which is Kevin Sullivan, Mike Rotunda, and Rick Steiner.
I swear
think of.
this was a rib.
Yeah, this had to be a joke of some kind.
Yes.
And I said a Revolution won already, right?
Yep.
All right. Then you got Vampiro with the Misfits, so it looks like you were right from earlier. Defeats Steve Williams with Oklahoma, and I hate Oklahoma.
Yep. Dr. Death.
Yep.
Vampiro, buddy.
Yep. Vampiro wins by DQ. Then Vampiro wrestled again, guys. So if you didn't see enough of Vampiro, it's okay because he wrestles Oklahoma and wins in 3 minutes. Why that match went 3 minutes? You're asking some great questions, audience. Great questions. Let's see. 6-man tag match. You ready for this? Creative Control, which is Gerald and Patrick with Kurt Hennig.
Do you get that?
And yeah, it's so clever. So clever. And unfortunately, they defeat Harlem Heat and Midnight. Sure. Broncos Brawl match. Jeff Jarrett, and if you can't guess who the other participant is, it's Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Dustin. I actually said Dustin.
You did help.
Listen, man, I had Dusty on the mind because you did that impression earlier.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. Love him to death. Love Dustin and Dusty. And Cody. Love them all.
Oh, yeah. The Rhodes family. Yeah.
That Rhodes family.
How do you feel about Brandy?
I like Brandy, actually.
Cool.
I'm actually probably one of the 5 people on the planet that like Brandy.
I was just curious, because I'm not anti her, but man, we got some friends who are like, down with the Brandy.
I'm like, why do people hate Brandy?
She gets some big time heat, I tell you.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and say she's like Wrestler of the Year or anything, but she's not bad, and she's great on the mic.
Yeah.
And then apparently backstage, she's one of the nicest people anyone's ever
Yeah,
sweetheart. I personally have always liked Brandy, but that's just me. What do I know, right? Crowbar on the pole match. Russo.
We're deep in it.
DDP defeats David Flair in 4 minutes.
Yep. Please tell me we're almost to the finish line.
Not even close. Sting with Elizabeth defeats the Total Package because I guess Elizabeth left the Total Package for some reason. Sting wins by DQ. Master of the Powerbomb match. What in the F is this crap? So this is a finisher match. Okay. Kevin Nash defeats Sid Vicious because I do agree Kevin Nash's Jackknife Powerbomb is better. Personal opinion. U.S. title match, ladder match, vacant. Again, very gracious. Letting Jeff Jarrett and Chris Benoit have the opportunity to win the U.S. title. Benoit wins this match in about 10 minutes. And then, oh boy. WCW heavyweight title match, no disqualification. Bret Hart retains against Goldberg, but as I was told.
Yeah, so, like I said, in my world, Bill Goldberg, he
still kicks Bret in the head.
He still kicks Bret in the head, still into his career, and then he goes and slams his arm through the damn thing and blah, 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 so it's so stupid. In my world, Bill is champion at Starrcade because the injury is what leads to the title being vacant and us having a 16-man tournament, and that tournament happens to decide the champion. That tournament goes down, or concludes, on 1/16 of 2000, and I cannot wait to tell you who the WCW Gold Star champion is.
Gotcha. Also, I must say that it's real gracious of Bacon to vacate the United States Championship and then, of course, come back and win the World Championship. Man,
big stuff.
Big V, man, holding it down.
You know who his daddy is, right?
Bacon's?
Yeah.
Nah.
Viscera. Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V. Of course.
Of course.
Who else could it be? It makes sense, though. It makes sense. Viscera. I wanted to pass all the knowledge down. Former King of the Ring winner. You know, he's done that ish.
We're going nuts, man.
Man, yeah, it's easy to go a little psychotic reading what happened.
Can you believe we're in the year 2000 already?
Yeah, it kind of flew by this.
2000.
Man, we really flew by this.
1/16/2000 pay-per-view sold out. Sold out. What happened?
Triple threat theater dungeon match. Don't ask me what the hell that is. Kidman defeats Dean Malenko with Shade Novice. Where's the triple threat? It's 2 people. Did I read this wrong? My bad. We're just gonna say theater dungeon match. If there was a third person, it doesn't matter because Kidman won.
It was vacant.
It was vacant. Doing the job. So Dean Malenko didn't have to. What a great guy. 2-minute match. Doesn't even matter.
Do you know why this match went 2 minutes?
I honestly don't.
Dean forgot the rules and he powdered when he wasn't allowed to, and the ref had to call for the match.
Really?
Yeah. It's because he was,
what were the rules?
That you can't leave the ring.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's ridiculous.
That's why you don't make complicated rules because no one remembers them.
Yeah.
Triple threat match. This one actually does have 3 people in it.
I think I accidentally put that where in the place it wasn't supposed to be.
Yep, that's my bad.
It's all good.
Vampiro defeats Crowbar and David Flair, who came out with Daphne.
Mm-hmm.
Love Daphne. That's another underappreciated person.
Yes.
Big fan of hers. I first saw her in like TNA, I think.
Yeah, I bet it sounds right.
Yeah, and she was awesome. Next up, tag team match: the Mamalukes. You remember who they are. Defeat the Harris brothers, which is Don and Ron Harris. Nice little 10-minute match, in and out. Cruiserweight title match: Oklahoma, who I'm 90% confident was not a cruiserweight.
100% confident.
Yeah. Defeats Medusa, unfortunately. 3 minutes, and it's a cruiserweight title match with a guy who
ain't a wrestler. Ed Ferrara.
Yeah. So we're gonna just speed right past that and act like I didn't say it.
Thank God.
Brian Knobbs somehow, someway retains the hardcore title, defeating Finley, Ming, and Norman Smiley.
Yeah.
Because whatever.
Let's just hurry, because we got to get to the good stuff.
This is why you said it earlier, because it was the triple threat theater, bunkhouse brawl, falls count anywhere, brawl, house match, whatever. Nope, it happened again.
Vince Russo.
Yeah, I think he just had a triple threat for no reason again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Kidman and Saturn with Douglas. Kidman wins. Booker T with Midnight defeats Stevie Ray by DQ next. Tank Abbott defeats Jerry Flynn by knockout.
That's believable. Tank Abbott.
Yeah, no, I totally believe that happened. That just wasn't the result I was expecting. Last man standing match. Buff defeats DDP. Triple threat. Nope, just kidding. Man, triple threat's popping up a lot today.
Yeah, I must have just had it on the stuck on
copy and paste.
Copy paste. Yeah.
I'll get theater cage match. The Wall. Wow, that was the first time I've seen the Wall wrestle. With Shane Douglas defeats Kidman. Singles match. Kevin Nash defeats Terry Funk, and then lastly, WCW World Heavyweight Title match. Special guest referee. Because this is the finals of the tournament that Benoit won and then gave the title back to my man Bacon.
Not doing it.
Incredible.
Not doing it. All right.
Sorry. Benoit defeats Sid Vicious.
Yeah. That's bull. That's bull. So this is a period of time where WCW gets frustrated with Vince Russo. Who would have friggin' thought? Who would have thought? The network says, Vince, what are you doing? We're falling to our death here. So they give the book to Kevin Sullivan, and Kevin Sullivan, he says, I'm going to prove to you, Benoit. I'm going to prove to you, Benoit.
No ill will.
No ill will. He says, Benoit, I'm going to put the strap on you. And Benoit's like, but I don't want to be here. And Kevin's like, but I'm going to give you the world title. Big Goldie. He's like, I don't want to be here. He's like, oh, but at the pay-per-view, you're going to beat Psycho Sid. He's freaking humongous. And Benoit's like, I don't want to be here. So, that's not what I do. Nope. No. So, leading into Halloween Havoc, I start having promos for 7. The Nitro after Halloween Havoc, I have the American Nightmare's brother, the natural Dustin Rhodes, denounce the concept of 7 and say how that all the people in the back that are making this show don't know what they're doing. And in the tournament, I have the bookers book Dustin Rhodes in the hardest possible tournament he could be in. He first defeats Bam Bigelow, freaking humongous, man, the Beast from the East. The next bracket, he's either wrestling Kevin Nash or he's wrestling Psycho Sid. They don't care. Either way, it's a freaking giant. Well, Nash beats Sid. Now it's Nash versus Dustin Rhodes. I mean, come on now. Who's more a fan of Kevin Nash than WCW? Freaking probably just Kevin Nash. Well, Nash falls to Dustin Rhodes.
Shocking all.
Right? Well, so as the tournament progresses, Rhodes has to wrestle a man that most people think, has it all figured out. That man is Ric Flair. He's in the tournament.
Sure.
We're down to the final four. It's DDP, it's Sting, it's Flair, and it's Dustin. So Sting and Paige are wrestling here. Dustin and Rick are wrestling up here. Well, Rick's like, I beat your daddy all the time. Beat him like it was my job.
It was his job.
And so Dustin Rhodes overcomes Ric Flair in course to the main event. Now it's Dustin Rhodes versus Diamond Dallas Page to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion after Brett lost his career to Bill Goldberg, and Bill Goldberg lost his mind and went stupid and cut himself with a car window.
Right.
Dustin Rhodes wins in the main event of Sold Out, and he gets to hold the title that his daddy commissioned or was one of the guys who
put it together.
Put this title on the map.
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes gets what he's always deserved, and that's a world title run. I love it. I love that man. Love that family. Love this stuff.
1,000% great idea.
We're going into Super Brawl 10. What happened at Super Brawl 10, Josiah?
Well, the WCW World Cruiserweight title tournament final match for the vacant.
Big Daddy V's proud. He's a proud papa.
Proud offspring. Man, that kid vacant. Most decorated professional wrestler in the business.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So it's Prince Iaukea.
Oh, the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea.
I forgot he had that gimmick.
Yeah, Vince Russo.
I was real
all hot in the pop culture.
Oh man!
And he's taken from Prince and making it the artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea.
That guy's so wise.
Innovative. That's what that. That's
a game changer right there. The artist formerly known as Prince Iaukea. Yes, that's correct. Defeats Lash LaRue.
Yay! The Raging Cajun.
Yep. He became the Cruiserweight Champion. That's what I just said. All right, cool. Man, tell you what, that gimmick we just did 10 seconds ago, that perfect 10, this match was not it.
Mm-mm.
Nah, not at all. I miss that gimmick, man. I wish old Sean Spears would bring that back.
He did.
Haven't seen him in a while.
He did.
No, we're supposed to play it off.
Oh.
Play it off.
Play what off?
Like this is the path. Oh, wait, no, because this comes out afterwards.
This does.
Yeah, I forgot.
Never
mind. All right. Yeah, I forgot.
Because he's working babyface now.
Yeah, big time.
Speaking of working babyface, I have this theory where, so you know how Wardlow's been working with Joe, right? They're doing this Wardjoe, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's a character and something. So it's a joke.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that. But what I was thinking is that because AEW is having Wardlow and Joe team together on a semi-regular, I think they've teamed 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's about right.
And FTR and Spears are still calling themselves the Pinnacle, both on website and on TV.
To be fair, they are the Pinnacle. The only difference is there's no MJF.
What I was going to say is I want the Pinnacle to reunite. I want FTR to stay with Spears because they're all still together, and I want them to welcome back with open arms Wardlow without the TNT title. So after Wardlow loses the TNT title, welcome back Wardlow, and subsequently also welcome in Joe. But I want Joe to work like he's Ric Flair in Evolution. And what I mean by that is guide the young Wardlow to the top
young dumb kids
of AEW and have Joe with his experience help Wardlow topple the evil tyrant of MJF whenever he's world champion. And so I just think that would be a good way to continue the legacy of the Pinnacle is by changing the dynamic of who's in what position.
You mean give the Pinnacle a legacy. Gotcha.
Yeah. And not just have it be a one-note thing where we needed to put a team together for War Games.
Yeah, it happened for 5 minutes and then ended.
Yeah, so I just think that would be
kind of like how the firm is too.
Oh, it's too young to know. It's too
Fair,
young to know.
Fair. But I mean, he's already rejecting it on television.
But it doesn't have to be MJF's acceptance of the firm to make the firm valuable. Just like I don't think it's MJF's creating of the Pinnacle that can be the defining factor of the Pinnacle. I think that I don't know why we're talking. I do know why, because Vince Russo sucks, and I don't want to talk.
We don't want to talk about WCW. That's why we're talking about AEW.
Whew. Anyway, what went down after Vacant lost his illustrious reign with the Cruiserweight title, sir?
Well, hardcore title match. Brian Knobbs defeated Bam Bam Bigelow to become the hardcore champion.
That was a sad division.
Yeah, it was rough. Then after that, there was a 3-on-1 handicap match with 3 count.
Oh, okay. Well, I like 3 count.
Yeah, I like 3 count too. I can never remember this man's last name. It's Evan
Courageous. Yeah. Just spelled badly.
It's the K that throws me off. My man Sugar Shane Helms, love to see him. And Shannon Moore.
There can only be one Shane in this company. Gregory Helms.
Yeah, Gregory. What a legend. They defeated Norman Smiley because, well, reasons.
Sure. Vince Russo, yay.
Yeah. And then singles match, The Wall defeats the Kiss Demon, who I keep forgetting was a thing.
That was a weird contract Eric Bischoff signed.
Oh,
come perform on Nitro, and we will guarantee that your wrestler character will main event a pay-per-view. We'll just lie and call it a main event. It's a special main event that doesn't go on last.
That isn't going on last and isn't going on first. It's not even going on dead center.
Well, this isn't it, thank God, but yeah, it was a weird gimmick that with the demon character.
Yeah, I really don't get that. Next up,
did you know there was actually talk that they would all get characters?
Seriously?
So the demon is Gene Simmons's.
Yeah.
At one point, there was going to be an entire faction where all of the wrestlers got the Kiss characters gimmicks.
That's hilarious.
But clearly, Del Torborg or Brian Adams, either guy who played the demon, it didn't go over well.
It's almost like it was a bad idea.
Oh, really? That is some strong analysis there, sir.
Thank you. I do what I can. All these years in the wrestling business, it's almost like I can book better than Russo.
Well, I mean, he didn't have that many years in the business either.
Hey, you're right. Next up we got a leather jacket on a pole match. That's gonna really rile the crowd up.
I guess it's better than Viagra on a pole.
I don't know, man. I really don't know because Tank Abbott defeats Big Al in this match. So I'm trying to remember who was in the Viagra on a pole match.
I think that was Flair and I know it was Flair. I think it might have been Flair and Shane Douglas.
Well, that beats the quality of this match automatically. And Shane Douglas, the franchise?
The franchise,
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was them. It could have been somebody else, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Honestly, he'll probably pop up the screenshot of the match for you as he does the edits. Let's see. Right after that, we got the Rights of Harlem Heat match. What the hell is this? Okay, Big T defeats Booker T.
Yeah, it's the right to the letter T match. Do you remember who Big T is?
No.
Ahmed Johnson.
Seriously?
What's
his T stand for?
Nothing. It's just so that they could have a fight over the letter T. Vince Russo makes good decisions.
I'm so done with this. I'm done with this pay-per-view already, man. I'm literally losing my hair thinking about this pay-per-view.
How many more matches are there?
Too many.
At least it fell out evenly.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was a great finish. Let's see. Singles match. Billy Kidman defeats Vampiro.
Okay, those are good workers.
Yeah, it was 7 minutes. I don't know how much it possibly did.
I know, right?
So, I didn't toss this out at all, but...
the thing is that Russo was never an in-ring guy. He was always a theatrics guy.
I can tell because there's only 2 matches that go over 5 minutes in every single match I've said so far. There's been 7 matches at least. Which means, this has gone at least 40 minutes with, 8 3-minute matches. That math didn't check out, but you know what I mean.
Well, if Scott Steiner could be on this show, we'd have great math. But,
there you go.
But we don't got Scott.
Listen, you got 97% chance of a 40% opportunity, but with my genetic freaks in there with me, you got a 96% chance of a 33%. I'm not gonna lie, I'll watch that promo back whenever I'm in a bad mood, and it is still funny as hell.
It's so
the worst
good.
part is, I forgot Petey Williams was standing there with him, and even Petey couldn't keep a straight face. He was over there like, oh
Little
my
Petey
God.
Pump.
Little Petey Pump was over here cracking up like, oh my God, he's just talking. It's the best. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Back to this pay-per-view. I know you guys are dying to find out what happens. And the Sicilian Stretcher match for the World Tag Team titles, featuring the Mamalukes, which is Big Vito and Johnny the Bull, with your man Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
And they defeat.
Gambling problem.
Yeah.
The whole reason the Mamalukes existed.
Love to see it.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think Big Vito and Johnny the Bull are both fine wrestlers, and the gambling gimmick for Disco was at least better than being stuck in the 70s for some reason throughout all of the 90s and now into the 2000s.
We can't have two 70s guys. There's already that 70s guy.
I feel bad for Mike Awesome.
The worst part is he left ECW for that.
Well, he left ECW because he wouldn't get a paycheck.
Yeah, I know why he left. But, like, he's, like, the most hated man in ECW history for leaving because he wasn't getting paid. And I'm like, well, I mean, if I wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't stay in the job either. I can't blame him.
Yep.
I can't blame him. I would have probably dropped the title first, but, I mean, you know, it's what it is.
It did lead to something very interesting, though.
I'm about to say, yes. WCW superstar Taz holding the ECW championship after beating WCW's Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
And then dropping it to Dreamer? Was that when Dreamer had his moment?
Yes. Yeah, Dreamer beat Taz. But he
and
only held it for moments.
Caved his skull in.
No, it was Just Incredible, actually.
Was it Just Incredible?
Yeah, Just Incredible took the title from him.
Did Dreamer win the title another time and Raven took it from him? Because I swear that happened.
They won the tag titles when the Dudleys were leaving. Raven came back. That was the time that Bischoff was in the back and he said, anybody who don't want to be here, just say you quit. And Raven's like, I quit. And it was funny because Bischoff was gone like 5 minutes later and Raven's like, man, if I just had some patience. But anyway, he showed up. He helped Dreamer beat the Dudleys for the tag titles and then immediately dropped him. So, yeah. Tommy and Raven have big time history.
I'm not going to lie, I love the feud.
So much.
Like, because every time they did anything together, it was magic.
Yeah, they're great guys.
Shoot, even Raven's Hall of Fame speech was great. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we talked about it in this video or a previous one.
I'll always talk about Raven.
Yeah, I was about to say Raven's great.
I love that guy.
Everybody wasn't on the show.
That's somebody I really wish that, looking back, I would have strapped up. But I tried my best to stay as much in the realm of reality.
Realistic.
Now, granted, here when I strap up Dustin, it's unrealistic because they didn't do it, but I don't care. Dustin's an all-time great. Everybody knows Dustin.
I mean, we strapped up Scott Hall, and
again, but
I guess that was a closer to reality just because of his size.
Well, not just that, but that was spur of the moment. That was. But I'm glad you talked me into it.
Yeah.
But also, he was the founding member of the New World Order. He should have been strapped up.
He was literally the only member of the original three that wasn't a world champion.
Yes, exactly.
Which makes no sense.
No sense. He should have.
Because he's better than Hogan, in my opinion.
He's definitely better than Nash.
I think he's cooler than both of them combined.
So
by far. So, listen, I'm gonna say what, if Hogan got hit by a beer, he wouldn't know what to do. But Scott Hall.
Oh yeah. Anyway, back to this show. So
even Bischoff was shook by how cool he was.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. So you got.
Oh, you're good. I want it to be over.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's never going to be over, but I want it to be finished.
Yeah. So they beat Crowbar and David Flair to retain the tag titles with Daphne. Love Daphne. Best.
Yeah.
Texas Death Match. Ric Flair defeats Terry Funk because Ric Flair, hardcore legend, right? Terry Funk came out with Dustin.
Obviously, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, obviously. And then 2 more matches here. We got your boy Hulk Hogan defeating with Jimmy Hart defeating the Total Package, who came out with Elizabeth, and an 8-minute classic. And then WCW World Heavyweight Title match, no disqualification, three-way dance. You have Scott Hall, who probably should have won this match. Jeff Jarrett, who also could have won this match, with Ron and Heavy D. And they were both defeated by Sid Vicious.
So that's not my Super Bowl 10.
What?
It's shocking, right? So what I'm going to do in the main event, let's keep it a 3-way dance. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Dustin Rhodes, who is our world heavyweight champion. I'm going to have that man. I'm going to have him lay praise on the past and say, here in the main event of Super Bowl, I'm I'm going to be a man's man and defend this World Heavyweight Championship against the man, Ric Flair.
Okay.
And a man among men, Terry Funk.
Ooh, I like that.
And I want to prove to my daddy that I'm the man for the job, and I'm gonna have Dustin Rhodes pin Ric Flair 1, 2, 3 in the main event and retain the World Heavyweight title.
Love it. So I can't remember, was Terry Funk on his 3rd or 4th retirement at this time?
I don't know. I'm not sure if he's even still retired to this day.
I think he retired last week and came back the day after.
Probably so. Brother, thank you for helping me work through this hard times of WCW wrestling.
Listen, I see it's taking a lot out of you. Like your hair's falling out just like mine is.
I lost my hat.
Lost the hat.
I don't know where it went.
Yeah. I honestly think we threw it at some point.
Probably.
Somewhere around here.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
All right. Come back this weekend. Come back next Wednesday as we continue to rewrite and remix WCW.
And don't forget, pick up your covers.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, do this.
Up here is the Nick Crook cover, also in my hand. This is the B cover. This is the Jeff Hicks cover, the A cover. This is my 68-page graphic novel, Everlasting Survivors, All Day Long, Volume 1. Limited first printings are available at Etsy.com. Link in the description. Thank you.